Joe, I just mentioned this. Frustrating might be a good word for it tonight. Would you agree with that?
Unbelievably frustrating and disappointing. I mean, I thought we played maybe 6 minutes, and we played harder in practice yesterday than we did for the first, and I don't get that. We got to do a better job getting these guys ready, and they got to do a better job of concentrating and locking in and paying attention, and very disappointing.
Yeah, that's what you told me in the pregame show, the fact that, boy, you had a great practice yesterday and everybody was dialed in, and then you come out and coaches, I guess, Joe, really never know until that ball's tipped off what they're going to get.
You don't know minute to minute at times, and we look like we're off to a bad start, which we were 9-0. Then we play pretty well for a stretch, and then don't finish the half the right way, and then obviously we get ourselves down 17 with 6 minutes left. Next thing you know, we're down 4 with the ball, and do some things we shouldn't have done and know better, and we've made some plays that we wish we could get back.
Still, the guys, you talk about making that comeback in the second half, they continued to fight hard, just dug that hole a little too deep tonight.
Well, that's the moral of the story is you can't. I mean, we've got to create some new mistakes. We're making too many of the same mistakes. I mean, we had some wide open shots we turned into turnovers. We had some offensive fouls. We had 4 or 5 in the first half. We just ran guys over, and I mean, we need to start learning this thing. It's the second part of the season, and these are mistakes that we can't keep making that are the same mistakes.
But, Joe, is it because this is a young ball club?
We are young, but it's about time for them to stop doing the same thing, and we've talked about it. You can't make the same mistake. If we can't be stubborn, we got to start making some more mature plays, and they've seen enough that we've got to do some things. And I thought our shot selection at times was horrendous.
Only 24 points at halftime. It was a low-scoring game, 27-24 at halftime, so neither team was getting a whole lot done.
Neither team, but then you can't allow a team to shoot 63% in your building in the second half. I mean, we gave up layups, and Milan got on a little bit of a roll, and we fell asleep on a baseline deal. And I mean, they're offensively challenged like we are, and we give up 63% in a half. You're not going to win that game. That's what was very disappointing.
Yeah, and Milan, you're right. He was hitting all those shots out of the corner. How was he able to get open like that?
Well, they ran some shake action. We tagged it, and we didn't do a good job. And he did get on a bit of a roll. He's made 230 in his career, so I mean, it's not like he hasn't done it before. But we had one on a baseline out of bounds. We had some separation. We had 3 or 4 where we helped off a corner. We know we're not supposed to help off of corners and didn't do what we were supposed to do. We have to coach it better tomorrow and get ready for Tulane on Saturday.
And, Joe, we talked about Colin Smith, the big man for UCF. He's 6'11", 245. I've always loved his game. I know you have too. He's a quality big. He's one of the best big guys in this league, and he played well tonight, 14.7 rebounds. Seems to change things when he's in there.
No, he is. He's a very good player. He's skilled. He commands and then commands you to guard him and doesn't help. Charles had some struggles tonight and played like a freshman and fouled and didn't play like he has been. So I thought Smith's a good player, and we just didn't do a good enough job of coaching him tonight to get these guys ready to play.
Not horrible three-point shooting tonight, 6 of 19. That's 31.6%, but the Pirates make 6 threes, and you turn the coin on the other side, and UCF makes 10. So that's a difference of 4, and that's a difference of 12 points.
And they make 5.8 a game during the season. So, I mean, that in conference play. So and Milan got on him. He obviously made 5 of them. So. And Darren Green had made some nice shots too. He's a good player. A lot of it was tags off of corners, which you're not supposed to do. Some tags off of shake, which we know how to do. So we got to coach it up better.
Talk about Tristan Newton, the terrific game he had, Joe. He had a career high tonight. He had 23 points, and this one really played well.
He played well down the stretch, and I thought he never really seemed frazzled. He did a nice job, and had us organized and playing. And I think he continues to get better. Just like we said, he needs some strength, and we need some of these other guys to step up and help him.
Jaden Gardner, 15 points and 12 rebounds in the ball game too. Another double-double for Jaden, but you can tell he's a marked man out there. Yeah,
and I mean we had some plays offensively that were very simple ones that we didn't make, and Jaden didn't have one of his better games, and people are going to mark him. We've got to continue to work him, get some shots, and move him around a little bit more and see what we can do.
So, Joe, short turnaround, 48 hours. The Pirates will play 2 games down to Tulane in New Orleans to take on the Green Wave, a ball club that your team played so well against and beat them by 19 points just a couple of weeks ago. The return matchup now coming up on Saturday night in the Big Easy. And tell us a little bit about Tulane, what we can expect on Saturday.
Well, they'll be different at home, obviously, and they've got some guys, obviously, with Lawson and Hightower and those guys. That'll be Thomas played really well. I watched the tape of them against SMU today, and he played really well. Made the first few threes against SMU, and they gave SMU a little bit of trouble the other day.
So the Pirates will go on the road, and Joe, we'll see you in New Orleans. So thanks for stopping by tonight.
Thanks, Jeff.
As you come up with a career-high 23 points, I guess it's a little bit bittersweet because the guys couldn't quite pull it out there at the end.
Yes, sir. We have to play the whole game. We have to play better the whole game.
Talk about your three-point shooting tonight. 4 of 7. You shot the ball well.
We work on shooting every day in practice. He talks about being ready to shoot all the time, and my teammates are finding me for good looks, so just shooting it.
And Tristan, you also did a good job taking the ball to the basket tonight. So, you know, if you're trying to defend Tristan Newton, you got to worry about him shooting threes. You got to worry about him going to the basket too, because you were doing a good job penetrating to the hoop tonight, I thought.
Yes, sir. Coach always tells me to be aggressive, and when I get in there, don't hitch, just go straight up.
Tristan, was it a frustrating night for the ball club tonight? A lot of stretches during this game. The Pirates would have liked to have played better, I know. UCF probably had something to do with that, but there were times that, you know, the Pirates are capable of playing better than they did tonight. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir. Like I said earlier, we have to play hard the whole game. Like when we were playing hard, like towards the end, we looked good, but we didn't play hard the whole game. So
do you think the effort wasn't there for 40 minutes tonight?
No, probably like 15.
Yeah. Well, and you guys, we know this. You guys have to play with maximum effort in this league to have a chance, don't you?
Yes, sir. Coach always tells us it's a grown man's league, and it is. So we have to come out here and play hard every day.
So now it's on to Tulane to take on the Green Wave. You guys played great against Tulane. Beat them by 19 points here just a couple of weeks ago. A different matchup now going down there to play them, but you have the confidence that you can beat that ball club.
Yes, sir. We feel like we could beat any team if we play hard. So we just have to go down there, play hard, and see how it goes.
Okay, Tristan. Well, great job tonight. You have a career high. Congratulations, 23. We'll see you in New Orleans on Saturday.
Thank you.